Chapter 141 Golden Serpent. For 5 days, Sunny kept a low profile while his shadow slipped through corridors, eavesdropped at stairwells, and mapped the castle's hidden rhythms. Beneath pristine marble and polite smiles lay a machine of fear and hope, humming quietly to keep hundreds of stranded youths compliant and alive. He learned the rules behind the rules and decided he wanted no part of the game. The castle and the outer settlement were one ecosystem. Inside, fear exile. Outside, grave entry. Hope, win the bright lord's favor. And fear, lose it and freeze outside. Form a teddy ouroboros. The cycle was elegant, efficient, and disgusting. Sunny mentally stamped hard pass on any membership form. The castle guard, around 150, enforced Gunlaug's laws and managed the walls, lowest in the status, spotty in real combat. Yet the Dark City still fed them terror. Their commander, Tesai, near 30 and iron-willed, kept them tight. Above the guard stood the hunters, 50 in 7 parties, powerful aspects, real experience, quick minds. Their wrists fed the fortress, better rooms, better meals, better gear, shorter lives. Rarer still were the Pathfinders, fewer than a dozen. Veterans who learned the city's pulse and steered parties toward awakened targets, away from fallen nightmares. Gemma led both hunters and Pathfinders. Together with the guard, they formed a host, 3 teeth in the Bright Lord's Bite, lavish quarters for Pathfinders, decadence for a lucky few. Knowledge was survival's currency, and Sunny was getting rich in it. Chapter 142 Behind the Scenes. Beyond the host, 100-strong corps kept the White Fortress running. Artisans with utility abilities and their helpers. They spun cloth, hammered tools, stitches gear, anything to make life in the Dark City survivable. Their young lieutenant, Kido, could alter plant attributes, coaxing hardy greens and bright roots from stony beds. That rare gift quietly flavored every bowl in the hall. The castle's miracles, warm clothes, decent utensils, vegetable in stew, were their handiwork. Status sparked quietly. Guards believe risk gave them pride of place. Artisans argue rarity and necessity deserve higher standing. The debate simmered, never boiling, because Gemma, commander of hunters and pathfinders, sided with Kido. With the elites, silent nod. Guards kept their swagger in check. 100 handmaidens kept the citadel breathing, closing windows, portioning meals, tending fires, and somehow stood revered and a little feared. Their leader, Seishan, was breathtaking and dangerous. Rumor said she trained her woman in secret. Proof arrived when a certain shadow strayed too close. Seishan's back turned, stopped mid-sentence, and looked straight into the dark where it hid. The last 100 were tenants, not hosts, but paying tribute to remain. A few hustled up comfort, a music lounge humming with low strings, a tiny troupe rehearsing shadows on a shaded stage, a sly gambling nook with a carved bone dice. Most scraped by like Harper, swapping labor for rations and time. Bottom rung on the castle's long ladder. At the top coiled the Golden Serpent himself, Bright Lord Gunlaug, the nearly immortal tyrant of marble walls and ration lines. On day 5, the mask of rumor gained a face, and it wasn't one to love. Authority walked like it had nowhere to hurry and nothing to fear. Eyes weighed rooms the way a butcher weighs cuts. The machine of fear and hope had the master, and he smiled like a man certain the world could only spin his way. Chapter 143 Gunlaug. Breakfast paused mid-ladle as guards pour in like a black tide. They fan out and shoved tables to the walls, opening a clean void of stone. Caster stands in the crowd, face set, eyes on the star-prickled alcove at the far end. Cassie's fingers find Sunny's shoulder. He answers low, uncertain, watchful. From the gloom step 5 lieutenants, Gemma, Tesai, Seishan, Kido, and the last, Harus, pale, twisted spine, glassy eyes, posture small, presence predatory. Whispers die at his name. Gunlaug's hidden blade. Looking at him feels like staring into a dark mirror, a version of what a killer's path could make of a man. Then Gunlaug arrives, glided armor from crown to heel, musculature flowing under metal, no eyes, only a mirror-smooth visor that throws the room back at itself. Those who look into the gold feel knees soften, hearts stutter, awe, dread, and the urge to submit shaking the spine. It isn't an aura, it's an enchantment keyed to reflection. Cassie's blindness makes her immune. Sunny's battered will and the doubtless ward in his armor blunt the blow. He drags in breath, steadies, and checks Cassie. Around them, even the lieutenants look ever so slightly strained. Gunlaug glides to the white throne and sits as if he owns the weather. The mirror face turns over the gathered sleepers. When he speaks, the voice feels like a stone itself is whispering every ear. Ah, what a nice day it is today. A perfect day for justice, don't you think? My precious wards. I've heard that there's a criminal hiding among us today. Well, am I not fair? Am I not just? Let me show you how just I am. Chapter 144. Right of Challenge. Gunlaug's voice coils through the chamber, soft, velvety, suffocating. The hall collectively stiffens, as if the floor itself were judging them. Even the brave feel the urge to kneel. Then, commotion at the doors. Two guards drag in a rag-clad man, weary and scared, yet standing straight as a spear. Jubei burns with defiance, glaring at the golden mask without a flicker of fear. Gunlaug purrs about justice and law, every syllable velvet news. For a heartbeat, it feels like a confession night at the castle. Only no one dares speak first. Jubei lifts a finger and pins a Pathfinder in the gallery. Voice hard, words harder. He claims a boy was slurred with promises, riches, a place in the castle, then thrown to the monsters as bait. The whole exhales in one horrified breath. Betraying a human to a nightmare creatures is unusual even here. The accused Pathfinder speaks smooth and flat. A valued member, a tragic loss. Too smooth. Jubei snaps back. He saw it happen. Splits hits marble. The room's temperature drops. Gunlaug weighs words like coins. Your word against his. He sighs, yet presses the crowd with that invincible weight only he can conjure. He lauds his Pathfinders as heroes, slyly asking who among his precious wards would dare doubt them. Nobody breathes too loud. The threat is within, not shouted. Then, with Fox's fairness, he wonders aloud how justice should proceed. The whole hangs on his paws, hearts in its throats. Gemma breaks the silence. The right of challenge, an old castle law, proves truth when words can't. He raises the stakes. If any hunter's crime is in the question, blame falls on their chief. He offers himself. The room tilts towards spectacle. Jubei weighs fear against fury and finds no fear left. Jubei spits defiance. He challenges. The crowd ripples shock, dread, a guilty thrill. Gunlaug reclines, content, justice by his rules, is good theater. Jubei's eyes never leave Gemma's. This is for the dead boy, and every whispered wrong. The duel looms, truth to be carved in motion and bone. Fade on two silhouettes about to collide, and a gold-masked lord who never blinks. Chapter 145 Justice. The challenge looked polished enough to pass for justice, but each stage, Gunlaug wants Jubei punished for speaking out, publicly, permanently. Sunny clocks the script, keep appearances, deliver an example, and yet, tiny hope flickers. Jubei is a veteran. Maybe the impossible happens. Gunlaug honors tradition, but won't risk Gemma. The accused can choose a champion. The Pathfinder croaks. I choose Harus. The whole freezes. Reaction snap. Gemma grin. Desai grins. Kido sidesteps. Seishan marbles still. Cassie whispers to leave. Can't. Too many eyes. Too much to learn. Jubei summons memories. Red scale flex armor. Wing helm. Kite shield. Razor's scimitar. He's fast. Practice years of Dark City survival in every step. Across from him, Harus, towering, twisted, no memories summoned, bored face, dead glassy eyes. The rapture comes fast. Harus slides in and sees Jubei's shoulder. A brutal wrench. The shield's side is ripped away. Before pain can land, Harus clamps the head and snaps the neck. One decisive motion. A palm strike to the chest launches Jubei's body backward across stone. Silence detonates. From first step to last breath, 5 seconds. Face no longer bored. Subtle glee. Gunlaug's theater of law is complete. The message is branded into stone. Speak and be punished. Sunny files everything. Harus speed, strength, composure. Future threat profile lock. The hole breathes again, smaller than before.